In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Lingua Insights. This is Mahvish Rana once again with you with another interesting topic. I hope you all are fine and doing good and enjoying my videos. If you are enjoying my videos, please subscribe my YouTube channel, Lingua Insights, and don't forget to press the bell icon for regular updates. Today, I have a very interesting topic for you guys, and that is about psycholinguistics. This is a very important topic regarding BS English syllabus and overall linguistics learners. So don't skip this video and watch this video till end for better understanding because it is very helpful for you guys. So I'm going to talk about psycholinguistics today, understanding the bridge between mind and the language. First of all, let's talk about what is psycholinguistics. The interdisciplinary science where psychology meets linguistics to understand how humans produce, comprehend, and acquire language. Core question: how do we transform thoughts into speech? How do children learn language so effortlessly? What happens in the brain during communication? Real world impact from treating language disorders to developing AI systems, psycholinguistics shapes how we understand human psyche and human language. So let's move toward what is the historical foundation of psycholinguistics, the evaluation of understanding. Let's discuss some key pioneers of psycholinguistics. First of all, 1950s Chomsky revolution. Noam Chomsky challenges behaviorist theories, proposing innate language acquisition device that is also called LAT, in which Chomsky says that human beings have an innate ability to learn language, and there is an innate ability to acquire and understand language from God. That is LAD, language acquisition device. 1960s cognitive turn, George Miller's magical number 7 and early cognitive processing models emerge. 1970s neurolinguistics, brain imaging reveals language and specific neuro language processes mechanism. And now let's discuss what is modern era computational models and real time brain in revolutionize the field. Here are some theoretical frameworks. Modular processing: language operates through specialized cognitive modules that work independently yet collaboratively. Connectionist models: neural networks demonstrate how language emerges from interconnected processing units. Interactive activation: language comprehension involves multiple levels of processing influencing each other simultaneously. Dual root theory: separate pathways for regular and irregular patterns, explaining processing different elements. So let's move toward language processing. How language process, core mechanism of communication. So let's talk about the acquisition of language. First of all, I would like to talk about what is the difference between language learning and language acquisition. When we learn language intentionally within the classroom setting, that is called learning. And if we acquire language unintentionally, that is not in proper and formal setting, so that will be acquiring English. So let's come to the point. Critical period, but 7 years. Brain, uh, you know, plasticity enables effortless language learning during the window. Statistical learning: children extract patterns from linguistic input to build grammar rules. And thirdly, social interaction, that is involves communication emerge through meaningful interaction with categories and environment. Here is a remarkable fact that children acquire 10 to 15 new months daily between ages is months and 6 years, demonstrating the extraordinary efficiency of human language learning. First of all, lexical processing, that is mental lexicon. Our mental dictionary contains 50,000 words organized by sound, meaning, and grammar. Words activate in milestones and milliseconds through speaking activation networks. Here are some key processes: phonological access, sound patterns, semantic reveal meaning, and morphological decomposition, that is word parts. 200 ms words recognition speed, average time to recognize a spoken word, 50,000 vocabulary size words, start in adults mental, process. One or three competitor words, similar words considered during recognition. So let's talk about syntactic processing, that is parse as you go. Brain builds sentence structure incrementally word by word. Cadence path effect, initial misinterpretations reveal parsing and revision mechanisms. Working memory, limited capacity constraints, complex sentences, and comprehension. Now I'm going to talk about the biological foundation regarding psycholinguistics, that is basically we will discuss language in the brain. So let's talk about the neurobiology of language. There are three categories in that. First is Broca's area, Wernicke's area, and angular gyrus. Broca's area, left frontal lobe region, crucial for speech production and syntactic processing. Wernicke's area includes left temporal regions, essential for language comprehension and semantic processing. And angular gyrus integration hub, that is connection, auditory, and concerning information. Accurate fascicultus, white matter pathway connecting language comprehension and production areas. Now let's talk about the multilingual mind. Cognitive benefits enhance executive control. Managing multiple language strengthens cognitive flexibility. Delayed dementia onset, bilingualism provides cognitive reserve against age-related decline. Metalinguistic awareness, understanding language as a system improves learning abilities. Processing challenges, language switching cost, mental effort required to switch between languages. Cross linguistic interference, language can compete and influence each other. Vocabulary trade offs, smaller vocabularies, each language control, and that we may say monolinguals. So here I am going to talk about clinical applications, that we may say that when language goes wrong. When language goes wrong and what is the reason? Let's talk about it. One of the reasons that when language goes wrong, one of them is language disorders. And there are many types of language disorders in which aphasia, developmental language disorder, dyslexia, and stuttering. Aphasia, acquired language loss following brain injury, affecting production or comprehension, and present difficulties with language acquisition in childhood without obvious cause. Dyslexia, reading difficulties despite normal intelligence and adequate instruction. Stuttering involves disrupted speech fluency, affecting and rhythm of spoken language. So here I'm going to discuss future frontiers where psycholinguistics is heading. So let's talk about it. Here are some current research frontiers regarding psycholinguistics. One is the AI language models. Understanding how large language models compare to human language processing mechanic and mechanisms. Real-time neutral decoding, brain-computer interface that translate neutral signals directly into speech. Precision medicines, personalized treatments for language disorders based on genetic and neutral profiles. Cross cultural studies, how different languages shape thought and cognitive processing patterns. Lifespan development, language changes across the entire human lifespan from infancy to aging. Genetic foundation, discovering the genes that make human language possible and unique. Let's talk about practical applications regarding psycholinguistics. One of them is educational technology, secondly, clinical assessment, thirdly, human computer interaction, and fourth and last is legal and forensic work. So let's discuss all these one by one. What is educational technology? That is include language learning apps and reading software based on cognitive principles. Clinical assessment diagnose tools for identifying and treating language disorders. Human computing interaction, neutral language and interface and voice recognitions. Legal and forensic work, analyzing testimony, deception and detection, and communicating evidence. Here are some key takeaways. Language is universal yet unique. All humans have language, but processing varies across individuals, cultures, and contexts. Development never stops. Language learning and change continue throughout our entire lives. Mind and brain work together. Cognitive theories and neutral evidence coverage to explain language processing. Application transform lives. Research insight directly improve education, the psychology, the language learning, and technology. So the journey is continuous, it never stops. Understanding language means understanding what makes us human. Psycholinguistics reveals the extraordinary complexity hidden with our most ordinary power to communicate through language. So, what are the next steps for psycholinguistics? One of them is explore research methods, learn experimental techniques used in psycholinguistic studies, examine case studies, analyze real examples of language processing in different populations. Consider applications, connect theories to practical problems in education, therapy, and technology. Remember, every conversation you have, every word you understand, every sentence you produce involve, connection between language and mind. The psycholinguistics seeks to understand that what is the relationship between the mind, the brain, and with the language. I hope you will understand it. I hope you will like it and thank you for your concern, thank you for your understanding, thank you for connecting. Stay connected with Lingua Insights for more engaging and interactive videos. Inshallah, I will meet with you with another interesting topic. Always be optimistic, believe in yourself. Inshallah, I will come back with another interesting topic. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.